Today on South Walton Fishing Adventures.
We're on the beautiful beaches of South Walton at Grayton Beach. We're going to go out today, do a little trolling for king mackerel, do a little bottom fishing for snapper and grouper. Ah, nice!
Oh, he got hit by a shark.
The shark got him. Look at that.
Nice
There
one.
we go. Nice fish, Kelly. Nice. Awesome.
Whew.
Another nice
black?
snapper.
Woo.
Nice.
Woo-hoo!
Look at that.
Yeah!
In South Walton, Florida, it's hard not to be drawn to the diverse waterways. From the Gulf of Mexico and the Choctawhatchee Bay to the rare coastal dune lakes. So come take a ride as colorful locals cast a line and share their passions on all the onshore activities that make this area such a vibrant destination. Welcome to South Walton Fishing Adventures.
Good morning, this is Captain Ted with 30 Angler. We're on the beautiful beaches of South Walton at Grayton Beach. I'm a captain here of the charter boat 30 Angler. We're going to go out today, do a little trolling for king mackerel, do a little bottom fishing for snapper and grouper. We're very unique here in South Walton. We launch our boats directly from the beach, only one other place in the continental U.S. that does that. Today fishing with us, we have Justin Gaffrey. He's a local artist here in South Walton. Justin's been in the area a long time. He's a great artist, recognized around the country for his artwork. Justin is also an avid fisherman, but today's going to be special for Justin because my job is to run the boat, tie up the hooks, bait the hooks, take the fish off. So this is going to be a treat for him because all he's going to do is have to ride along, fish, and enjoy his day. We're off the shores of South Walton. We're going to blast offshore this morning and look for a little bit of king mackerel action on the first spot, and then we're going to try to move to another spot, a little bit different structure on the bottom, and try to catch us some red snapper this morning.
One of the things that I love about living here, more so than any place else, that our area has a lot of nature that surrounds us. I have a state forest right behind my house here in Blue Mountain Beach. I have a lake behind me, and I have a lake in front of me, and I have the Gulf, all right here in Blue Mountain Beach. And just like I can walk out my door and exit, you know, the world into nature, you know, just a few steps away from my house. You know, that's what I love about our area, or the natural environment areas.
There's our big school of bait right there. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Here you go, walk toward the ladder for me up here, Justin. Oh, jerk, just steady wind. Ah, nice.
Oh, he got hit by a
The
shark.
shark got him. Look at that.
I was wondering why it got so easy.
Yeah, they
poor little
tend to
guy.
slow down when they don't have a propeller. Awesome fish, man. Awesome fish. Nice.
Woo.
Nice, nice, man. Hey, the tail's bony. There's not much meat in it anyway, so.
When I'm out in the Gulf, it's like a wild adventure sometimes, and the wildlife you see, which is usually marine wildlife, whether you're seeing giant turtles, or you're seeing whale sharks, or you're seeing bull sharks, or hammerhead sharks, it's always an adventure, and I love the wildlife of the water here.
Stay tuned for more fun from South Walton Fishing Adventures. To learn more about South Walton, go to visitsouthwalton.com. Located on Northwest Florida's Gulf Coast, South Walton is continually recognized as a premier destination. From grand beach houses overlooking the Gulf of Mexico to cozy romantic cottages, South Walton has a wide variety of beach accommodations, ideal for the perfect vacation for 2 or 20 people. There are also full-service resorts to pamper you, family-friendly hotels to keep you comfortable, and campsites and RV resorts to get you close to nature.
So when I started painting, I think I was 30 years old, and my idea of art was one thing, and then as I started to evolve as an artist, art started to take on a different meaning to me. Before I was a painter, I think I had walked the circumference of all of our dune lakes here. At Watercolor, they had a sea oat as their logo, and so they commissioned me to do a seascape painting. I kind of started to develop my own style in painting these seascapes, and it has evolved into all these paintings now, and so many different styles and influences came in that amount of time that I'm thankful that I got that commission, because it's a huge part of my work. It's probably about 40% of the work I do. They're really a part of me because it's where I spend most of my time on the water.
What kind of fish is that you painted for the new Fish Out of Water?
Oh, that tall painting in the lobby, it's a vertical painting, 8 feet tall, of a yellowfin tuna jumping out of the water. And the water's
that.
only this much of the canvas, and the rest is all tuna just jumping out of the water.
I love that. That painting is gorgeous.
Fish on. Come on to this side for me. Right here, Shelly. Come on. All right, just lean right there for me. Justin, if I can get you to go back over to the other side for me. There you go. You got him up there? All right, now wind when you can get line on him. There you go.
I think it's a turtle. No, wait, I think it's a king.
A turtle swam right by us in Grayton Beach on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
It was so cool. It was one of the coolest things that's ever happened.
I've got a picture of about 14 manatees swimming in 12 feet of water about 3 years ago up there on Grayton.
Yeah, I've seen the manatees swimming in. That's a pretty cool sight.
That doesn't happen all the time.
Nice.
There in this way.
Nice
There
one.
we go. Nice fish, Shelly. Nice. Awesome. Nice king.
Justin, how awesome is this to be on a charter and not have to mind the boat?
I'd have to man the boat, take the hooks out, and retie the lines. It's nice.
Constantly
I like it.
bait my hooks.
All right.
That's a nice kingfish, Shelby.
That was pretty exciting. I was a little nervous to take the line this early in the morning, but I caught a pretty big king mackerel. How big was it, Justin?
30 inches? 32?
Yeah, that's a good fish right there, guys.
It felt pretty good, I have to say.
We're 2 for 2 on mackerel. That's pretty awesome this morning. We're gonna troll for a few more minutes, see if we can pick up another one. Then we're gonna blast off here and do some bottom fishing, try to pick up some snappers. So the mackerel bite has been pretty good.
Some of my favorite things that have happened here was creating the bike path on 30A, because it was something that tied the community together and I used a lot. And I think my second most favorite thing that was done as a community level here was the reef program. I love being in the water, and so when they dropped the original reef in Grayton Beach at the state park there, it's just the coolest thing, because our beaches here, as beautiful as they are, it's a very sandy bottom, and I've snorkeled and scuba on there and it's fun. But, you know, it's just, you see random fish and everything, and stingrays and porpoises and everything, but the reef just brought so much life to that.
I think a lot of the work I do, like half of my work is done with you know, just kind of conceptual ideas out of my mind. And probably the most relaxing part of my work is the work that I do based on our natural environment here in South Walton, or even all of Walton County. I spent a lot of time in the bays, on the rivers. It's probably the easiest accessible area that has some of the most beautiful terrain, because you have all the inlets and the trees and the contours and the lines.
Guys, we are so blessed that we've got great fishing grounds so close to shore here in South Walton. We fish along beautiful 30A, never get out of sight of land here. That makes people more comfortable. But look us up on the web, 30angler.com. You'll see a great variety of both offshore fishing and inshore fishing in the Choctawhatchee Bay. All right, guys, we've worked our way back inshore here. We're gonna try a spot to try to catch some snapper. Triggerfish are out of season right now. There've been a lot of triggers on this spot. We'll try to just stay in so we can see the beautiful shoreline this morning, and hopefully catch some fish here real quick.
All right, let's do it.
Alrighty.
We'll be right back with more South Walton fishing adventures. Grayton Beach is just one of South Walton, Florida's 16 world-famous beach neighborhoods. Bustling with an eclectic, laid-back energy, Grayton Beach is home to art galleries, quirky restaurants, and the undisturbed natural beauty of Grayton Beach State Park, one of 3 beachfront state parks in South Walton.
When I first started painting, I painted in a very folk art style with reclaimed materials and house paint. I think a year into when I was teaching myself how to paint, I went to a museum and I saw a Van Gogh painting. And I had only seen Van Gogh paintings in pictures. and I was close enough and I could see the texture in it. So when I came home from that trip, I wanted to add texture. So I added latex caulk and house paint together and made a sunflower painting, kind of a takeoff of a Van Gogh sunflower painting. And all of my painting right now kind of stems from that and the texture. So the wave paintings have become one of my favorite expressive paintings because I get to loosely paint them and almost throw the paint and let them land almost like a wave would. Again, as I always say, I spend a lot of time in the water, surfing, snorkeling. It's just my life has always been around the water.
The Gulf is really beautiful because you get those beautiful emerald colors. But like when I get along the lakes and the bays, you get all the contours of the dunes and the trees and the sun filtering through the marshes and everything. It's definitely a huge part of my inspiration.
During the summertime, our snapper season is open and grouper. In the fall of the year, we'll have amberjack, flounder seasons. In the spring of the year, or year-round, we have vermilion and white snapper. They're a little smaller, but they're great table fare. So the best time to come fishing is when you can.
It's a beautiful red snapper, just too little.
Yep, just a little short. That used to be keeper size years ago.
It's just my warm-up.
That's it. Got to get your muscles working. No, he's going to be a little short, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
Come on, we'll check your bait.
Nope, I got him.
You got him on time? All right. There he is. All right, stop winding. Swing
No,
around.
I don't think it's big enough. It looks like the same one I got earlier.
Oh, yeah, there's all white. White snapper. They call them pink snapper at the market because once they die, they turn pink. But they're great frying fish and they make really good ceviche.
Come on, be a keeper.
All right, go ahead and run it down. See if he's got a good one here. I don't think he's gonna measure. Nope.
Good at catching those little ones.
This one might be a keeper.
That's a black snapper. Keep him in the water. Don't try to pick him up. Don't try to pick him up.
Whoa.
That is a nice black snapper, guys.
we get
Look
to
at
catch-
that.
Means we can catch some extra fish.
Absolutely. Bonus fish, baby. Black snapper. Great eating fish. And that's one of our bait thieves down there. All right. Awesome job, Shelby. Steady, steady. There you go.
You can do it, Shelby.
Whew.
Another nice
black?
snapper.
Woo.
Nice.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
I know that feels good.
Now, usually if you catch one of these on a trip, you've done something. But to get
Yeah.
Wow.
back to back like that,
Yeah.
I've never had that happen.
Woo.
That is awesome,
Yeah, we usually
guys.
just bring in one.
That is
if we
awesome.
do.
Nice.
Nice.
Good job. Good job.
Dang. Black snapper. Woo.
Yeah, usually we get these force feeding them diving. They are hard
Whew.
to catch.
But that feels good, and that is some good eating right there.
Awesome eating fish right there.
It's always nice to get an extra snapper on the boat that you can keep. And two of them is even better. That's pretty awesome.
Black snapper generally caught inshore around bridge pilings, and in the bay you'll catch them. And they only have to be 10 inches to keep.
Yeah.
So that's why the limit is so high on them, because most people are fishing inshore and catch small ones. When you do catch them offshore, because of survival out here, they're pretty large.
Sometimes fishing does two things for me. Sometimes it's an act of just pure relaxation. I go out on the boat, I go in the Chattahoochee Bay, and yes, my intention is to catch fish, but many times my intention is just to enjoy being outside. And it's like an excuse to get on the boat and kind of just sit still. It's kind of awkward sometimes to just get on the boat and sit still, but if I got a fishing pole in my hand and I serendipitously catch a redfish or a trout or a flounder, it's even better because I got dinner. And then there's the part when I just like get really excited about going fishing, and that's usually fishing in the Gulf of Mexico.
I think got another legal one.
There you go. Nice red snapper. Nice red snapper. That's what we're looking for.
Nice.
Let's take advantage of snapper season while it's open. This year we got 40 days, so.
Yeah, I've been trying to fill up the freezer. I haven't filled it up yet. It's gonna help.
Look at that, man. That is a boss red right there.
We'll be right back with more South Walton fishing adventures.
One of the most unique things about living here in South Walton is to be able to fish on a boat off the beach in Grayton Beach. There's very few places you can launch your boat on the beach and you're fishing within minutes. You can be fishing, and that's a unique experience. And it's already beautiful to be on the beach as it is, because it's just the beautiful waters and the white sand. Once you get through the aesthetic part, you're on a reef and you're instantly catching red snapper or grouper or triggerfish, and without the inconvenience of going through a busy harbor somewhere else or getting on a big charter boat somewhere else. It's a unique experience that not many people get to enjoy.
Justin, this one gonna be a keeper, you think, buddy?
This one's definitely a keeper again, I think.
Let's get him in the boat so he counts. I see color. We got a grouper. Stop winding, stop winding. All right, gag grouper. Let's measure him and see if he's gonna measure, guys. We wanna send you back home if you're not big enough. He's gotta be 24, Justin. What are you reading down there, buddy?
25.
24 3/4.
Nice.
Right.
Put some fish in the fridge.
Nice.
Nice.
That is amazing.
That gag grouper is fantastic food fish, one of the great fighting fish, pound for pound, one of the hardest pulling fish that we get inshore here. They are not as common as the red snapper, but we do occasionally find them, and when we do, you talk about great table fare, man. And the yield off of those fish, the fillets are huge.
We've got a really nice box of fish. We got 2 kings, one without a tail, 2 big black snapper, the biggest black snappers I've caught in a while, outside of Louisiana. And what do we got? A nice legal red snapper. Oh, and the gag grouper, best fish in the box.
I find them, you wind them, okay? Run it back down, buddy, run it back down. You just thought you were hot, Shelby, now.
Ooh.
At least I put you in the shade to wind this
Yes,
fish
thank
in,
you.
okay? I did that on purpose. Is he gonna be illegal though?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's gonna measure. Let's put him on the board. Yes, sir.
Is he?
Absolutely,
Yay.
he measures. Fantastic.
2 down, 2 to go.
That's it.
Come on, Justin.
Nice box of fish there, guys.
Woohoo!
We've had a great morning of fishing. We've got a great box of fish here, great variety, grouper, snapper, 3 different species of snapper in the box. We got a couple of king mackerel. It's been a great morning of fishing. We're trying to peck a couple more of these red snapper into the box. We're just fishing some patch reefs here off the coast. We're not that far out, only in about 70 feet of water this morning, but the bite has been the bite's been good and consistent. We've had some shorts to throw back, but that's okay. The numbers of fish are here. It's just a great morning out here on the Gulf.
Oh.
There you go. Get him off the bottom. There you go. That's it. Swing around to me.
Oh.
Nice. That's gonna
Is he a keeper?
That's gonna be close. Let's measure him and see. That's touching the line. 16.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Yay!
All right, guys. Last drop here. Last drop. We got a nice box of fish there. We're gonna run these last baits down, and then we're gonna head back to the beach. What a beautiful day out here.
It has been
all
a
morning.
gorgeous day. I can't believe the breeze we've had.
It really happened. Nice. I think we're gonna get a legal one on the last.
Nice.
Not a big legal one, but maybe legal. Oh, that's definitely not legal.
Finish the day with a baby gag grouper, guys. www.30angler.com. And go to visitsouthwalton.com if you're interested in a beautiful week of South Walton.
When we're coming back in the water out of the Gulf, it reminds me whenever I travel around the country or the world, this is a home I always love to come back to. It's always just such a good feeling to come home. So when you're coming back and you're coming to your favorite beach and you're seeing all the activity of the same activity I might have been doing the day before from a different perspective from the water, it makes me realize how much I love South Walton.
Maybe your family would like to experience an adventure of their own. If so, head on over to visitsouthwalton.com to start planning your trip. And we'll see you here next time for more South Walton fishing adventures.